Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. This morning, a 4-year-old girl in Houston is still missing. Maleah Davis, 4 years old. If you're in the Sugar Land area, the Houston area down that way, do keep a lookout for this girl. The picture will be to my side here. Anyhow, she's been missing since Friday, ever since her stepfather, her and her 2-year-old brother were riding around in a car on their way to pick up her mother. Now, I know there's been talk about different stuff from Texas CPS and child abuse, neglect, things like that, but I'm not concerned with that right now. That is not shouldn't be our focal point at the moment. At the moment, it should be trying to find this little girl, and hopefully, nothing bad has happened to this little child. Now, there's a lot of holes in the stepfather's story. You know, it doesn't make a lot of sense, some of it, but he does have looks like a giant gash on his forehead and some swelling, so it does look like maybe he was hit by something, and lost consciousness is what he said happened. He was hit on the head, lost consciousness. When he regained consciousness, the kids were gone, or she was gone and he was, on the side of the road somewhere or whatever. Now, what kind of confuses me is he seemed to have known the make and model of the truck, a 2010 Chevrolet pickup truck, but you wouldn't think he would know that if he was knocked unconscious. But you never know. Right now, police are searching every angle. You got search teams searching all over the area trying to find this child. If you have any information, please contact the Houston Police Department and the Sugar Land Police Department or any law enforcement in your area that you can get a hold of, and let them know what you've seen. If you've seen anything, if you've heard anything, let law enforcement know so they can, have that tip so they can go try and find this child. As of right now, she has not been located. Now, according to the story by her stepfather, as they were driving along to pick up her mother, he heard a popping noise, what she said sounded like a popped tire. Of course, I've had a flat tire before and a blowout, and it's not just a little pop noise. So that's a little weird. But he got out of the car supposedly and was checking on it when this car of three men pulled up. He says Hispanic males. It's a blue truck. And they made a comment about how Maleah looked sweet or something like that, and then knocked him over the head. And the next thing he remembered when he came conscious later was he was in a truck, and then he was in and out of consciousness apparently until about the time he regained consciousness around 5 to 6 o'clock. I believe it was Saturday afternoon, where he was left with just his son and him apparently somewhere. His car has never been found, and neither has the truck that he described. Now, there was video of his car later, found later on surveillance cameras driving in the Sugar Land area. I believe his car was a white car of sorts. I didn't see the make and model of his car. Let me see if I can see that here. Let me see if I can see this, because it'd be helpful for people out there, I believe. It's looking here. I don't see anything on exactly what his make and model was, but it was a white car. Couldn't tell if it was a Nissan. I think it was a Nissan. I do believe it was. I saw that in a report, a white Nissan. So if you've seen it in the Sugar Land area, report it to the police officers there if you can. Let people know what you're seeing. I hope nothing but for the best for this. I hope this little girl finds her way home. I can't believe we're dealing with this yet again in this country. It's all we ever deal with. It seems like it's either school shootings or a child abduction. And there's also a 3-year-old girl missing out of, I believe, Austin right now as well. But anyhow, if you've seen anything about Maleah Davis here, please call the authorities. If you can't get a hold of the authorities, find somebody to get a hold of somehow. This little girl really needs your help. So if you're out there and you've seen something, you heard something, let the authorities know. Anyhow, y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road.